Welcome back. It's still Tuesday, August 16th, and this is still the morning edition on I24 News. Thank you for staying with us. Let's say hello and welcome back to Kaufman. After being away and having us all very envious of your trip in the United States and actually being where it was all taking place.
That's right.
The conventions. So you're back here with your segment, the morning headlines.
Usual segment, yeah, the press review.
What do you have for us?
Well, both of the major papers are kind of looking at the same thing. We'll talk about Israel Hayom, Israel's most widely circulated newspaper, starting with that, leading, of course, with the Olympics and the 1,000 Israelis that came to Ben Gurion Airport to greet. As you can see, Yarden Jerbi and Ori Sasson, the judo sportsmen who won both bronze medals.
It's a judo empire.
It is, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So two of them came back. Look here, you can see some of the pictures. Also, if we could bring up that page again at the bottom, I want to point your attention to another story here on the bottom, that red box. The parents of Hillel Ariel, who was murdered by terrorists in Kiryat Arba not long ago, are demanding to deport the family of the terrorists. As you can see, they have this little picture here of the house of the family that was demolished yesterday.
So they want it one step further.
One step further. Demolition of the house is a pretty well-known practice, somewhat controversial, not really known if it really does or does not deter terrorists from or militants from going out and doing something in the future. But that's what happened. Yediot Achronot, the second most widely circulated newspaper, as well, as you can see, leading with that came back victorious headline showing Yarden Jerbi here and Ori Sasson there with their medals. Look, a lot of people in that hallway came to meet them. Really
I don't
massive
envy
crowd.
The other passengers who may have come back that day.
Because Ben Gurion could be pretty annoying on the summer day. I can tell you, I was just there. So this probably didn't help things. And off to Israel's broadsheet Haaretz, the English edition of Haaretz, leading with an interesting story. The headline there is the Orthodox to lead government outreach to diaspora youth. This is something that the Diaspora Affairs Ministry, Michal, has announced, a comprehensive project to strengthen Jewish identity and the connection with Israel among university students around the world. They're talking about a budget for this project, 250 million shekels.
250 million
That's
shekels.
over $65 million over 2 years. And there's a lot of people in the American Jewish community very critical of this program because of the relative weight that is given to the Orthodox issues, Orthodox organizations, and not to just, the regular.
I'm sure criticism in Israel as well.
Criticism in Israel as well. It's a large amount of money coming from the education ministry.
Absolutely.
Off to some other stories. Let's go to across the pond to Louisiana. Some historic flooding there has killed about 8 people so far. Thousands of people are scrambling for safety. We have a report about it. Let's check it out.
All right, check it out.
This drone video giving a snapshot of parts of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, submerged underwater. U.S. National Guard helicopters swooping in to rescue this man and this little boy from the rising floodwaters, just 2 of the more than 20,000 rescued in southern Louisiana. The federal government officially declaring Louisiana as a major disaster.
Obviously, this remains a very serious event, a historic flooding, and it remains ongoing.
Cars submerged underwater.
I'm gonna break this window.
Dramatic rescues like this one captured all across southern Louisiana.
Get my dog. Your dog. Get my dog.
This man rescuing a woman after her convertible sunk underneath the rising waters. Interstate 12, a major highway, now a makeshift river, complete with the 10-mile stretch of abandoned cars.
But as you can see behind me, a lot of the interstate's actually flooded. We've been here for about 30 hours now.
The National Guard moving in to rescue those trapped. More than 10,000 people now in shelters. This woman lucky to escape the floods with her 2 daughters.
I just wanted to get out. I'm like, it's not gonna stop. Once I started coming up my steps, I'm like, I didn't plan on it getting this high. We gotta get out. Like, my kids gotta be safe.
In the midst of the disaster, extraordinary acts of courage from flood victims.
Get out. Oh, Lord.
Neighbor helping neighbor, some delivering water, others passed out food. FEMA is now on scene assessing the damage, and officials says over 1.2 million bottles of water and over 750,000 meals have been collected so far. Ray Mundi, ABC News, New York.
Really devastating, Ami.
Louisiana, as usual, getting the brunt of a lot of the tropical storm weather there in the southern United States. Let's go to Corsica. This is an item from The Guardian. Headline here is Corsican mayor bans burkini after violence at beach and protest. This is the third city in France, Michal, to ban the burkini. I call this some sort of extreme secularism, as the French do not approve of this Muslim attire. Basically, the whole thing is, it is a wetsuit with a scarf, if you really look at it that way.
Of course.
There were some
it's
skirmishes.
the only way they can allow themselves, according to religion, to go into the pool, sea, with whatever.
Yeah.
But this, as you're saying, it is a very extreme form of secularism, but not surprising, perhaps.
Not surprising. The major city, by the way, that has this ban already is Cannes. And this happened after a skirmish where about 200 Corsicans marched into a housing estate with a high population of people from North Africa. It all started on a beach where apparently someone tried to take a picture of one of these women in a burkini. The family that was there with her did not approve of this, had some skirmishes on the beach, and it all went downhill from there.
Went downhill for there, and unfortunately, the ones to pay the price seem to be the burkini wearers, the women. Ami, thank you for all these headlines.
Pleasure.